Hello students. So now we will be moving on to triple integration, evaluating triple integrals. Okay, basically triple integration is nothing but extension of double integration in third dimension, as we all know. So where do we use triple integration? To find volume of a body. Okay, and if it represents some physical quantity such as moment of inertia, center of gravity, it related to three dimensions. Okay, now how do we evaluate? Actually, we'll see by solving one example. That is, we will determine the volume of a tetrahedron bounded by the planes x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0, and the plane x plus y plus z equal to 1. Now how is tetrahedron? Tetrahedron is basically such. Suppose this is your z axis. Okay, suppose this is your x axis and suppose this is your y axis. Okay, a region bounded by three coordinate planes, that is xy plane, xz plane and yz plane. Okay, x equal to 0, y equal to 0 and z equal to 0, and the plane, if you observe this plane, x plus y plus z equal to 1, together it is formed a tetrahedron. Now we will be evaluating the volume for this tetrahedron. So how do we do that? We construct a diagram. Now जैसे हम डबल इंटीग्रल में स्ट्रिप कंसिडर करते थे, वैसे अभी वहाँ पे एक स्ट्रिप कंसिडर करते थे, यहाँ पे हम वी विल कंसिडर टू स्ट्रिप्स. ओके, नाउ व्हाट आई डू, आई कंसिडर टू स्ट्रिप्स, one parallel to x axis and one parallel to y axis. Suppose the length of the strip parallel to x axis is delta x and the length parallel to y axis is delta y. Okay, so the region where it intersects, it forms such rectangular or a part. Okay, say GHUV, I have named it as. Now what I do, now I construct a rectangular parallelepiped on this base. So we're considering this GHUV as a base. I consider rectangular parallelepiped on it so that it will intersect the plane x plus y plus z equal to 1. Okay, until what? Until the it intersects the plane x plus y plus z equal to 1. Okay, so क्या हो जाएगा when I consider such plane? What I do, so यहाँ पे इस parallelepiped में I consider a plane which is at some distance z and another plane which is at some distance z plus delta z, that is some distance away from z. Then what I obtain? I obtain the volume element as delta v, that is delta x into delta y into delta z from this rectangular parallelepiped, right? Now what I do, I will consider the sum of all such elements on the rectangular parallelepiped. Means suppose v1 is the volume of the rectangular parallelepiped, element delta x delta y, that is as base. So this is a base whose area is delta x into delta y. So if I consider the volume, मुझे क्या मिलेगा? v1 वैल्यू क्या मिलेगी? With respect to this z मिलेगी, with respect to z. तो z कहाँ से जाएगा? Z will go from this xy plane, that is z equal to 0 to the plane x plus y plus z equal to 1. मतलब यहाँ पे z की वैल्यू क्या होगी? 1 minus x minus y. Correct? So volume क्या मिलेगा? Volume will be just summation of delta x delta y delta z. So replacing this limit summation to integrals, I can write it as integral 0 to 1 minus x minus y dz into delta x delta y. ओके, ये हो गया अभी विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू z. नाउ अभी क्या मिलेगा हमें? इस पैरेललेपिपेड का समेशन मिल गया. अभी वो क्या करेंगे? वी विल मूव ओ दिस अलोंग z strip parallel to z axis. We will move along the strip which is parallel to y axis. So when we'll move this strip with respect to this parallel strip parallel to y axis, हमारा y कहाँ से कहाँ तक जाएगा? y will go from this y equal to 0 to this line. यहाँ पे ये लाइन क्या है? This line is nothing but x plus y equal to 1. मतलब y की वैल्यू क्या मिल गई? 1 minus x. Correct? Intercept at 1 मतलब ये लाइन है x प्लस वाई प्लस इक्वल वाई इक्वल टू 1, दैट मीन्स y की वैल्यू मिल गई 1 माइनस एक्स। मीन्स नेक्स्ट वॉल्यूम हमें उस विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू दैट स्ट्रिप तक मिलेगा। मतलब सब इमेजिन करो एक पैरेललोपाइप्ड है और वो अभी मूव किया है अलोंग द स्ट्रिप, मतलब एक स्लैब जैसे तैयार हो जाएगा। ठीक है, तो वॉल्यूम क्या होगा उसका भी, इंटीग्रल 0 टू 1 माइनस एक्स डी वाई इंटीग्रल 0 टू 1 माइनस एक्स माइनस वाई डी जेड इंटू डेल्टा एक्स। अभी ये जो हमें स्लैब मिल रहा है, सपोज एक वॉल मिल गया, अभी ये वॉल कहाँ से मूव करेंगे विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द स्ट्रिप पैरेलल टू एक्स एक्सिस। तो ये स्ट्रिप पैरेलल टू एक्स एक्सिस कहाँ से कहाँ तक जाएगा, फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट दैट इज और दिस लाइन x इक्वल टू 0 टू दिस पॉइंट x इक्वल टू 1। मीन्स ये फाइनली वॉल्यूम, entire volume will be covered, entire region will be covered, and volume will be represented as 0 to 1 dx, 0 to 1 minus x dy into 0 to 1 minus x minus y dz. Okay, or I can write it as v equal to integral 0 to 1 integral 0 to 1 minus x integral 0 to 1 minus x minus y। 0 to 1 किसके लिमिट से x के, y के लिमिट से 1 minus x and z के लिमिट से 1 minus x minus y dx dy dz. Okay, so suppose if we have to evaluate and check what is the actual value of this actual volume of this tetrahedron, क्या मिलेगा, with respect to first we'll integrate with respect to z, then with respect to y and then with respect to x. Okay, so first with respect to x मतलब क्या हो जाएगा, with z within the limit 0 to 1 minus x, ये value देगा 1 minus x minus y. Then integrating this with respect to y, I will get the values as 1 minus x upon 2 x minus 1 minus x whole square upon 2, and evaluating this with respect to x, I will get a value as 1 by 6. Okay, so this is the volume of the tetrahedron. Tetrahedron is nothing but a region bounded by a plane x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0, and the plane x plus y plus z equal to 1. Okay, now so in general how do we express when in triple integral we express the term as integral 0 a to b, that is x limits, then integral f1x to f2x, that is y limits, and integral phi of xy to phi 2 of xy, that is z limits, f of xyz dx dy dz. And how do we integrate, we'll integrate first with respect to z, then with respect to y, and then with respect to x. Okay, so for now many a times solving triple integration becomes easier by when you transform it to polar. Okay, so we'll see a few polar coordinates. We already know what are spherical coordinates, what are spherical polar coordinates, what are cylindrical polar coordinates. We just revise it. So what are spherical polar coordinates given as x is equal to r sin theta cos phi, y equal to r sin theta sin phi, and z is equal to r cos theta. Okay, so replace क्या करोगे, x plus y x square plus y square plus z square को replace करोगे r square. Similarly dx dy dz को replace करोगे r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. अभी we know how do we get this r square sin theta, we get that from the Jacobian value. This is nothing but Jacobian value of what, x y z with respect to r theta and phi. If you remember in M1 we have solved this Jacobian and we have obtained the value. Okay, so integral क्या हो जाएगा, integral will be for a triple integral, that is volume over f of r theta phi, function in form of x y z will be replaced as f function of r theta phi, dx dy dz will be replaced as r dr d theta. Now how will the r theta and phi vary? Now that will depend on the sphere you are given. Suppose you are given a complete sphere and you are given a sphere of radius a, then r will vary from 0 to a, theta will vary from 0 to pi I, whereas phi will vary from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, theta ऐसे vary होता है and phi ऐसे पूरा circular vary होता है. Okay, so now then if you are given a hemisphere क्या हो जाएगा, hemisphere radius will remain same, r will vary from 0 to a, whereas theta will vary from 0 to pi by 2 and phi will vary from to the whole base 0 to 2 pi. Okay, and if you are asked in a positive octant, now how many octant parts we have here, a sphere has 8 octant parts, 4 on the above, you can say 4 or above xy plane and 4 below xy plane, in the negative part. Okay, so if you are asked to find a positive for a positive octant, how will r vary, r will vary from 0 to a, theta will vary from 0 to pi by 2, also phi will vary from 0 to pi by Then what are the coordinates for ellipsoid? Ellipsoid, we know ellipse can be converted to a circular. Similarly, we can convert the ellipsoid to a or we can imagine it as a sphere. Okay, with ABC coordinate. So मतलब ये ellipsoid के polar coordinates क्या हो गए? X is equal to AR sin theta cos phi, Y is equal to BR sin theta sin phi, Z is equal to CR cos theta. Now how is actually a ellipsoid? Such is an ellipsoid. Okay, ellipse in 3 dimension is known as ellipsoid. So x square upon a square plus y square upon b square plus z square upon c square equal to r square. Here is the equation of an ellipsoid. So x square upon equal to a square for some a. So यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा? dx dy dz क्या रिप्लेस होगा? a b c r square sin theta dr d theta d phi, and hence volume फॉर्मूला क्या हो जाएगा इन पोलर फॉर्म? f of r theta phi abc r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. R will vary from 0 to a for a ellipsoid of when you convert it, rho is sphere में convert होगा sphere of radius a. Okay, then theta will vary from 0 to pi and phi will vary from 0 to 2 pi. Next, for cylindrical polar coordinates, suppose you are given a cylinder. ओके, ये तो सिलेंड्रिकल पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट्स क्या हो गए? सिलेंड्रिकल में क्या दिखता है? एक बेस दिखता है एंड हाइट दिखता है. सो ऑब्वियसली एक्स एंड वाई will depend on the radius and the angle. So x is rho cos phi, y is given as rho sin phi, and z is equal to z, that is nothing but a height with respect to z axis. So dx dy dz कैसे replace होगा? Rho d phi dz. Okay, again this rho is nothing but Jacobian value of x y z with respect to r, rho, phi and z. Means volume in general will be given as triple integral f of rho theta phi rho d phi dz. So particularly if you are asked for a cylinder whose base is x square plus y square equal to a square, its height varies from z equal to 0 to z equal to h, that is about the xy plane, positive xy plane. So rho कहाँ से vary होगा? Rho will vary, that is the circle radius क्या है? a, मतलब rho will vary from 0 to a, phi will vary from 0 to 2 pi, the circular base, and z will vary from 0 to h. Okay, so let us see a few examples. क्या हो दिया है क्वेश्चन? द क्वेश्चन सेज इवैल्यूएट इंटीग्रल 0 to 1, इंटीग्रल 0 to root 1 minus x square, इंटीग्रल 0 to root 1 minus x square minus y square. फंक्शन गिवन है 1 upon root 1 minus x square minus y square minus z square dx dy dz. Okay, so this falls under where you are given direct limits. Okay, you just have to evaluate. So limits, obviously these are the limits of z, these are limits of y, and these are limits of x. First we'll integrate with respect to z, then with respect to y, and then with respect to x. Okay, abhi if we observe x square minus y square, 1 minus x square minus y square, 1 minus x square minus y square is a common term in the integrand as well as the limits. You can replace it by some variable, say b square. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? इंटीग्रल 0 to 1, इंटीग्रल 0 to root 1 minus x square, 0 to b because root b square into and the function is 1 upon root b square minus z square dz dy dx. I have purposely written like this because we will first integrate with respect to z, then with respect to y, and then with respect to x. So इसका इंटीग्रल वैल्यू क्या होगा? sin inverse z upon b within the limits 0 to b. Okay, this इसकी वैल्यू हो जाएगी pi by 2. pi by 2 is a constant, take it outside, रहेगा इंटीग्रल 0 to 1, 0 to root 1 minus x square dy dx. Again y within the limit 0 to root 1 minus x square, मतलब वैल्यू में लेगी root 1 minus x square, and evaluating this term we get the final value as pi square by 8. So here we were directly given the limits of the integral. We just had to evaluate. Let us see for next example. Now here, what does it say? Evaluate integral 0 to infinity, integral 0 to infinity, integral 0 to infinity, 1 upon 1 plus x square plus y square plus z square whole square dx dy dz. Okay. Now if you observe all the limits, whatever sequence you consider, whether these are limits of xyz or xyz, all xyz limits vary from 0 to infinity, means all are in positive part. So what do? We convert this to spherical polar coordinates. यहाँ पे इक्वेशन में भी एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर प्लस जेड स्क्वायर टर्म है, so it will be better by transforming it to polar, spherical polar coordinates. Okay, now which part we will consider? We will consider the positive octant part, because x y z positive में, तो obviously ये स्पीयर में स्पीयर का भी पॉजिटिव पार्ट मतलब क्या होगा? पॉजिटिव ऑक्टेंट पार्ट होगा. ओके, दिस इज वन ऑफ द ऑक्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ अ स्पीयर. ओके, सो हाउ विल आर वेरी? नाउ सिंस वी आर considering for whole positive part, r will vary from 0 to infinity. Okay, how will theta vary? Theta will vary from 0 to pi by 2, and also phi will vary from 0 to pi by 2. So ये इंटीग्रल क्या होगा? इंटीग्रल होगा phi varies from 0 to pi by 2, theta varies from 0 to pi by 2, r varies from 0 to infinity 1 upon. So since we are transforming it to polar, x square plus y square plus z square will be substituted as r square, correct, and dx dy dz will be replaced as r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. Means ये इंटीग्रल होगा 1 upon 1 plus r square whole square r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. First we will integrate with respect to r, then we will integrate with respect to theta and phi. So with respect to theta and phi, means sin theta will be considered as constant, r square upon 1 plus r square whole square. Making a substitution of r as tan theta, dr will be sec square t dt. R varies from 0 to infinity, therefore t will vary from 0 to pi by 2. Means we get an integral at 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2, and this becomes 0 to pi by 2 tan square t upon 1 plus tan square t whole square into dr as sec square t dt, and remaining sin t d theta d phi as it is. So again, making the evaluation, we obtain the term as sin square t. So sin square t in the interval 0 to pi by 2, by reduction formula we get the value as 1 by 2 into pi by 2. This becomes pi by 4, which we can take it outside the integration. Remaining will be 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2 sin theta d phi. Now you can just separately evaluate both the integrals, or one by one evaluate. Both will do. So sin theta integration minus cos theta within the limit 0 to pi by 2 go, that is going to be 1, and remaining will be 0 to pi by 2 d phi, uska value hoga pi by 2. Ultimately final answer will be pi square by 8. So for the integral for the function which lies within the limits 0 to infinity.